Why on earth will you tell your pastor that
To
your
come
husband
to
is not satisfying you on bed?
Wait.
What do you mean?
Why would you even invite him to come to your house?
The person who cheats isn't the villain. Temptation doesn't really need an invitation here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So yes, this home did not even break after he cheated. So, as I say, I don't want to have anything to do with pastors. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Am I the Problem? You all know this is the show where we talk about love, pain, and the stories that shapes us. I am Sparkling, and today I'm here with my co-host, Moni Temi.
Let's have a real conversation, because honestly, in relationship and marriages, especially marriages today, what is going on? Because sometimes people don't actually cheat because they want to. But at the other hand, people sometimes cheat because something in them have actually gone silent. Probably their feelings got disconnected, probably loneliness, and that feelings of being in the same house but not in the same relationship with the person. I think it kind of add to more of the things.
That's even possible.
Yes, it kind of add to more of the things. I mean, more of the reason why people do cheat. Because why would you be in a relationship with someone and you guys are in the same house and it feels like you're neighbors?
Roommates.
So, and the interesting part here is that whether we like to admit or not, most emotional betrayers don't start with the intentions of cheating. Sometimes some do, some people do, but they start small. They start harmless. When somebody wants to start cheating, they start complaining, they start nagging, they start making you feel unseen, you start filling in the empty spaces for them. And by that, even one compliment that is said to you at your vulnerable time, you can just hold on to it for a long period of time.
I agree.
Because at that period of time, you are just being vulnerable. You are in yourself. I would actually relate to that when it comes to women, emotional menstrual time. You know, when women are on their period, they feel very vulnerable. They feel out of set sometimes. So, but on the other hand, we can't just judge with action. I mean, we can judge with action, but when you really talk about these things, they build up slow starvation, and this thing can lead to your partner cheating out. So here's the real question today. When you choose your work, your purpose, or your calling over your partner, who are you to hold responsible for the downfall of the relationship? Because I don't know. I don't want to say it is the person that abandons you first or the person that steps away for the relationship to just be whatever it is. Or sometimes it could actually just be out of respect, or probably you are just intentionally opening door for someone or temptation to set in. So is it the person that walks away from the relationship that is the problem, or you that stays in the relationship to help the other person figure that they don't need you in their life? So today's story is one of those situations that forces us to look at the gray side, not just the cheating part, but the emotional gaps that leads to the whole of, the actions, the words and everything that leads to the cheating.
Before we read today's story, I want to remind you, cheating really starts in the bedroom. It starts from the act, actually. Because sometimes the person who cheats isn't the villain. They are the ones who has been emotionally starving. You get?
Yeah, I get that.
So today's story, it is actually going to annoy some people, especially those who think men of God can't make mistakes.
Jeez.
I don't agree. People that say, Pastor, don't make mistakes. Today you hear it. And others, we say the wife is the cause of the problem, by walking away. We shall know who is the problem today, because I'm not going to even agree, especially when it has to do with the men of God. I'm not even going to agree. But let's be honest, if your partner leaves emotionally long before they work out physically, means temptation doesn't really need an invitation here.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So yes, it has been programmed. They have it in mind.
They've
been planning it for a while. So you guys should just listen and enjoy today's story. Money?
Yeah, but first, before I go, I want to drop in some quotes. Like, I'm not trying to bring in the word of God, but because
we're talking about the men of God.
Because it has something to do with the men of God. We need to chip in, the word of the Lord.
you guys that used to say, some of you ladies that say you cannot date a pastor.
I think there's this part in the Holy Book that said that before a man sins, he already thought of it, and the thought of it is the sin.
Before.
So
You want to give me blow for why you never apply your blow from your house, guy. Drop that. Let's get right into it, guys.
why will you use blow? so I mean, I don't know. I just feel like I'm quite elected today. Like, I'm just happy.
It's a good one.
I don't know. So that being said, you need to hear the story we have for you today. Grab a seat, grab your popcorn. Now you know that oh God, there's this episode that happened that I saw on TikTok. Oh, they are asking men of God, I mean married couples, pastors, that they should discuss how their marital life is. You didn't see that trend, Sparkling?
I didn't see it though.
That they should discuss how their marital life is. That's how all these pastors and their wife. Now, pastor wife, they suffer past. No life.
Nah, damn. Me. I'm always part of people that will say I cannot marry a pastor. If you're having it in mind that you're a pastor.
Now, pastor wives, they suffer
pastor
past.
said no feel like me.
I think there was this.
I'm sure of.
There's this particular woman that said that her husband had ministration, probably at Osun State, and she has an exam at Unilag, a master's exam, and she has to follow her husband to the administration, so that when pastor now, they present them and their wives now.
That's one thing I won't agree with. Me supporting you when God calls you doesn't mean God calls you.
Now you God
not call us together. God no call me. Yeah, I can support you. I can actually
be there for you.
Be there for you and help you in your thing. But guy, you get God phone number.
You are the one God spoke to, that my son.
Yes. I'm not even going to agree to that.
So, baby girl, this woman, the next morning, it was a Sunday now, our exam is in the morning. So they left very, very early. When they got to Lagos, it was already past her exam time. She missed the exam because she's a pastor's wife. And she had to take the exam again.
I reserve.
So when she was saying that story, I was like, all these pastors, if you see them the way they treat their wives sometimes, that's why this story.
They're actually good ones. Let's get into the story.
I have to get into this story because, so the story for today goes thus. My name is Daniel, a pastor, a husband, and a man torn between purpose, pride, and pain. I didn't admit to myself until it was too late. Too late. I have a wife. Her name is Mary. Mary and I, we used to be that couple everyone admired in the church. We prayed together, planned together, and even dreamed about the same. We prayed together, planned together, and we even dreamed the same dream together. Oh God. It felt like God himself put himself into us. Paired us himself. But then, when the ministry grew, we thought it was our blessing, but that blessing turned slowly into what caused our distance. Mary started noticing things before I did, because obviously she was a woman, and a woman's instinct is sometimes right.
Not sometimes, most times.
I like the fact that I put sometimes, because
most times
he's not sure himself.
My instincts most times is always right. So I agree.
So she said some of the women in the church were getting too familiar. She mentioned one person in particular, Joy.
Okay, girl.
Joy.
All those joy, precious blessings.
She has brought the joy of the Lord into the family.
Let her take the joy back to her house.
Looking back now, I see that every time Mary tried to reach for me, I hid behind church work. Her tears, I call them insecurity. Her warnings, I call them nagging. Her pains, I call them spiritual immaturity. Wow.
This matter go long go.
Wow. I didn't know I was slowly choosing the crowd over my covenant. The night everything cracked was the night she walked into my office. It was late, and Joy was with me. Behind closed door, light dimmed, just the two of us talking. Mary opened. Probably she... I don't know, maybe Joy was giving him joy. I feel like Joy was giving him joy. Mary didn't shout, she didn't curse. She just stood there with her eyes full of odds, and I still can't forget, but I figured it out. And she said, Daniel, I feel like I'm losing you. I feel replaced. She's crossing she's crossing boundaries, and you are letting her. And what did I do? I got angry and told her, you are competing with God's work. Stop it!
Again?
Stop it! Like, I like her boldness. She stood there and she told the guy, her pastor, in
Her husband now.
sorry, her husband, in the front of the what's it called?
The
Joy.
Joy.
Ah, wow, that's
The Auntie
interesting.
Joy.
That's interesting. That sentence destroyed something in her. She left that night and went to her sister's house. I told myself she was overreacting. But when she left, the silence in the house became very, very loud. Too loud. And Joy, she noticed. She was always available, always encouraging. Always saying how anointed I was. Wow. Anoint me, Lord. Always telling me how strong I seemed, even when I was breaking inside. Then one night, after midweek service, she brought food to my office. We talked. I cried. And she held me.
Why was he crying?
Why was he crying?
Man.
And I crossed a line I swear I would never do.
Them knock.
Then I crossed a line I swore I would never. It wasn't planned. They cracked.
It wasn't planned as well.
They
All
cracked.
those times they were having in the darkness.
They cracked.
Right.
It wasn't planned. It wasn't intentional, but it happened. And once the line was broken, it kept happening. Abba. Not once, not twice. Months later, Mary found out. Not from me though, not from repentance, but because Mary's friend leaked our messages. Now, my wife says I betrayed her. The church board is divided, definitely. Members are whispering, obviously. Some people said I fell from grace. That is good. Some said I was attacked spiritually. It's okay. Some was even blaming Mary for leaving me alone. Me. I was stuck between shame, confusion, and truth. I don't know how to face. I cheated. I hurt her. But is that the whole story? Did I fall because my marriage was already cracking? Or because I kept choosing ministry over my home? Or because I allowed temptation into a space Mary tried to protect? So, sparkling, am I the problem? Or did my wife abandon me? You have the gods.
For the fact that I even mentioned this spark is what I don't understand.
No. Did you see what I read?
Man.
He said, am I the problem? Or did my wife abandon me first? If she didn't leave, would I have still fallen? Does being a pastor excuse my weakness or makes the failure? No.
We're done. I be money.
I'm done.
The fact that this man kept on saying spark, I don't understand. Pastor Daniel. What is it? Why you don't say spark? Money is already common. Why? The thing is, do you know, this home did not even break after he cheated.
He didn't break. Oh, the thing is, he can still work it.
Which work what?
He can still work it.
This home has broken way before he cheated. That moment that the communication stopped, just forget, everything has gone. What makes a woman come to you to tell you this is where you've been lagging behind? And you still not find fault in it. You had the God to be telling her that she's stopping the Lord's work. Or what did you
stop competing with the work of the Lord?
What do you mean?
That is the highest form of gaslighting I've ever seen.
Be manipulation, capital letter safe.
Yes, manipulation.
What do you mean? So as for Joy, I think Joy is the main problem here.
What?
Yes, Joy is the main problem. So for Pastor Daniel, is that his name? Yeah, Daniel. For him not to be able to resist Joy is another thing. What do you mean? He was actually using the Lord's work as an excuse to not to fix his own.
Yeah, he wasn't taking accountability.
Yes, he does not even want to admit he's at fault.
That he's at fault.
He kept on saying his wife is interrupting God's work, and then neglecting the fact that he needs to attend to his home. He needs to attend to his wife. He kept on saying she was nagging, she was complaining. What do you mean?
Yeah, and that for me, I feel like that is an emotional betrayal.
Of course.
And before
you
he
just
gets
left her hanging.
because
That's not nice.
before he gets to physical betrayal, it first starts from emotional betrayal. When this person has chattered you to your last, and for her to be able to come out and tell that, oh, this is what you are doing, like you said the other time,
She was even lonely in the relationship, in the marriage already.
She was even lonely. And please, singles, you know, I would always come back to you. This joy of a teen, like Sparkling said, if she has actually used by violence, that if you have already beat the priest,
in fact, peace does not actually settle all the thing. Forget that it has to do with the Lord's work. As I say, I don't want to have anything to do with pastors, because for real, I think even churches, they should stop this idea of women going to pastors to like elope.
Yeah, why you?
Men are not even meant to be counseling women. They should allow women to do the thing, because anybody can actually fall for temptation. Let's put the Lord's work aside. Men are still men.
Men are still going to be men, and that is what
I saw one post on TikTok here, and the lady was like, she does not have a husband yet, so she's been going to church to have a spouse, and finally God answered her prayer. But then it was not the kind of man she actually wanted. The man was always busy as well.
Okay.
So they had a child together. You understand? That child was still living in boarding house. I'm not like you that used to feel lonely. Yeah. You have to like keep your child in the boarding house. So that aside, safe. So she's always complaining to the pastor that a man does not have her time.
He's always busy. The man already knows all our weakness already.
Exactly. He's always busy. And you will not believe that the man got transferred to, the pastor got transferred to Abuja. And this lady too also got transferred from, I don't know how the thing happened, but coincidentally, you understand. So they were like, since you have been transferred to Abuja, which parish or stuff are you on? Let me be attending this since my pastor is there.
Pastor.
Yes, and she made mention that
she wants that pastor.
So when they both got to Abuja, they linked up, and she made mention that this pastor was a very cute pastor. So she said that the husband is not always around. Probably she has been missing the husband in the bedroom. You understand? She kept on telling this man all sorts about the bedroom. He does not touch her. And this man, and that pastor, I think, is a active pastor. So that came to greet her in the house. I was like, sister, stuff. I came to visit you, stuff like that. So they kept on visiting each other. The third time that thing is going to happen. This lady made us knew that was one of the best days of her life. The pastor gave her head. They enjoyed each other. In fact, this woman, they took her to Cloud 9. I don't know if she took this woman to Cloud 9. And this woman was like, when the pastor left, she could not like
figure it out.
Phantom.
Yeah. What just happened?
What just happened?
What just happened right now?
Lo and behold, money tell me it repeated itself. Which pregnant? They did it over and over again till they both got back to Lagos. She now fell pregnant for the pastor.
I knew she was going to get
pregnant. She was asking, what is she going to do?
What do you mean?
When you travel to Abuja, did you ask me what you're going to do?
What do you mean?
You guys did the first one. I always knew something was going to happen. Why on earth would you tell your pastor that your husband is not satisfying you on bed? What do you mean?
Why would you even invite him to come to your house? To come and do what?
Your pastor can even come to your house to pay you a visit. That
after
happens.
You've been complaining all this time that your husband is not doing this.
The real main deal is that why would you even have to say things that are intimate to your pastors? Why?
Man.
You will see pastors, they are the ones that used to end up with women with big backside, big front side. Yet they're not still satisfied. I don't know.
They have the best eye for these people. They have the best eye. But I don't see it as, I see it as them picking the best prey.
It's actually rare for you to see a pastor with an ugly wife. Very rare.
Yeah,
most pastors I know, they have fine wives. My pastor is an example. Have you seen my pastor's wife?
They have badass wife.
Badass wife. Backside,
even mama herself go dey cite.
I used to confuse.
Mama herself go dey cite billionaires for church. Say all this.
But do pastors even realize that there are women also feel like, even if I didn't end up with this man, there are better people that I might even end up with.
Do you know?
Consider that fact. Is it that God called? I'll keep on saying this thing. God
I just believe that they just put themselves in this state that, oh, because I'm a pastor, my wife would not want to do this thing with me, because now, when you're your pastor's wife, you have congregation of women that are looking up to you as well.
What was he doing before he became a pastor? That's the first question.
See, there's this Nigerian mentality that has to do with, once you become a pastor's wife,
there's a particular thing you have to live on to.
Yes, you have to live up to the standard of Mommy G.O. That's why you see some pastor. Yes, now you see some pastor's wife like this. They are always on points. But you see the ones that they grew up on the edge.
I don't agree. I agree to the fact that as a pastor's wife, there are some lifestyle you have to like live up to outside.
Yeah.
But that should not apply to your bedroom affairs.
Yeah.
You being a pastor should not affect your home. What's Joy doing? If you're actually busy, there's time for God, and there should be time for your wife.
Yeah, there should be time to attend to your wife.
And using God as an excuse, it does not make sense to me. I'm very sorry, because you could actually fix up things with your wife that moment that you were using to talk to Joy. I don't understand. If Joy is the choir leader, she should talk to.
Let's be off sentimental now.
Okay.
There are really some pastors' work like that is so overwhelming.
I agree.
That is so draining, and once you are in that space and you are not having a happy home, I can tell you the next vulnerable person around you at that moment is what you will feed on. That's why you see some bosses at work, they are always having something to do with their secretary, their PAs, and all of that. Because
that's because probably the Lord's work they claim they are doing is taking most of their time, right?
And they are
but you can always work around it.
You can see.
You always see money. I agree. I think I'm somebody that agrees to what you always want. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Like, what you want is what you will do. If you have your mind set up that this is what you want to do, nothing can change your mind. You understand?
Don't forget.
Yes, people like temptation will come. I agree. Say they not tempt Jesus. Calm down, guy.
He was tempted.
They go first tempt. You understand? Temptation will surely come, but the power for you to resist temptation is not easy. But if you try and resist it, my guy, forget.
It's going to work out.
It is going to work out, because why? You already set your mind not to make anything overshadow your marriage. What are you saying?
But
what if Daniel is a marriage shoe?
Yes.
You go not knock everybody for house. What's it?
But I feel like sometimes proximity and vulnerability, it leads to temptation. I feel like this is one thing that really, really like obviously happened in this story. The proximity he was around, his environment and people that he was around, he was still in, when the wife left, he was still in touch.
If he had listened to his wife, if he had given his wife a chance to like prove her love to him, if he had shown attention,
no. What love do you want?
If you are neglecting me, I'm sorry. I don't really want to believe you love me. Probably you are tired of me.
I thought you said the wife should prove herself.
As what? With what?
No. I have to.
No. I'm talking about Pastor Daniel now.
Yeah.
Because he's sparkling. So I want to talk sense to Pastor Daniel's head. Because I don't want to be judgmental, but to some extent, I'm boiling right now.
Yeah.
Because what do you mean the Lord's work?
And he was vulnerable, so it definitely led to temptation for them. So I'd say the thing is, even after writing the story, he still have not taken accountability.
He still even doesn't believe that he's at fault.
Because he said his wife abandoned. Who would not? What?
Are you expecting her to carry you along?
Who would take you along, fam? Who would? I won't, definitely.
Can never be me.
I won't.
I'm not taking you
on my own part, I feel like the wife she's even a gentle person. Mary is a gentle. She's indeed Mary.
She's not the problem.
No, she's indeed Mary. She was being Mary, like the real Mary Jesus. She was being Mary Jesus, because left to some Mary, as they first see you with that joy, you are
at least
they'll first wipe.
Joy should have taken one or two. I'm sure if Joy had received one or two, that stuff might not happen.
And if she had voiced out,
what will you be doing in the dark with my husband to start with?
And if she had voiced out, that is one thing I always say something. Women,
sometimes everything is not even about peace. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight, yeah. But expect me to come out when it's time to share testimony and take the mic and say, Auntie Joy,
Imagine.
I'm not I'm sure you'll be very embarrassed.
So let's
it is what I can do.
Let's draw this imaginary,
because last that church later divide, right?
Let's bring this imaginary, feeling to ourselves. So let's assume Mary took it upon herself that, okay, since it's a Thanksgiving day, I want to give thanks that finally the Lord has done a tremendous thing in our family. He has brought joy to our family. So I have a testimony. And the testimony goes thus. Joy, I see you, and I want to bless God for putting you
even without like bringing out the cat from the bag.
Every church goes scatter.
Joy. I'm sure Joy's storm is already rumbling. You don't know what I'm even about to like say. What do you mean you are discussing something with my husband? That's actually Arnold. In the dark.
That's Arnold. If the wife should do that in front of the congregation, that's Arnold.
And I want to agree that there are a lot of pastors that are actually having a better marriage and their wife doesn't even have to complain. Because why? There is time for God and there is time for their wives.
Pay attention to it.
Pay attention, please. Women doesn't like to be neglected. Who does, Seth? Even men does not like to be neglected. So why are you not neglecting your marriage?
Marriage is not even the whole of it's not the beauty of it. It's the sustainability of the marriage that keeps the marriage.
Before.
You understand? You guys can be married today and you might not even be able to sustain yourself.
Marriage is just a title.
It's just a title, but
it's just a title.
How you walk around you sustaining yourself, your communication,
how you
your
tend
understanding,
to keep it, how you tend to make it survive is what makes it marriage.
Is what makes it marriage. So when your partner come out to you and tell you this is how I feel about some things, learn to be able to adjust, learn to adapt,
to make amends.
To make amends.
Listen to your spouse, be it the pastor. Even the case might not even be the pastor's wife, because
it might be otherwise.
Yes, it might be otherwise
because women too like if you want find man in the congregation, well, if may I will be pastor wife.
It's just the choir master. I find him attractive. Is a lie.
Yeah, like we need to learn some chorus together. I mean, a particular chorus space is a lie.
I'm just teaching him. There's a song I know that I want them to.
Is a lie
when they are going to minister.
Is a lie. Is a lie. Is a lie. Is a lie.
So today, I think we've been able to tell you guys.
Mary is not the problem. Pastor Daniel, figure it out.
Pastor Daniel,
figure it out. You need to figure it out.
I'm saying it with my full chest. Pastor Daniel,
figure it out.
The problem, yeah.
You are the problem. Thank you very much for watching this episode with us. And please, don't forget to drop your stories and follow us on TikTok and Instagram as Am I the Problem?
Yeah.
And watch us on YouTube as TLIG Africa. Thank you and bye. See you next episode. Bye.
Bye.